Welcome to the Friends of Medieval Dublin virtual walking tour. This video is about Rathfarnham Castle in County Dublin. Your guide is Dr. Aine Foley.
Hello, my name is Aine Foley and I'm a medieval historian and a friend of medieval Dublin. And today we're here to have a look at Rathfarnham Castle. Rathfarnham Castle was held by the Loftus family on and off up to the early 19th century when the Jesuits took over, and in the 20th century the state took over the running and maintenance of the castle. The whitewashed walls have caused some controversy, but this is actually very typical of what a medieval castle would have looked like. A praise poem from the late medieval period described Athlone Castle as having white gleaming towers. So Rathfarnham Castle is actually much more typical of what a medieval castle would look like than most medieval castles that survive today. Rathfarnham Castle is located in South County Dublin, in the foothills of the Dublin Mountains, about 7 kilometres from the city centre. In the late 12th century, Milo de Brett held these lands, and his family would continue to hold these lands for several generations, though the actual people living here were the Harolds, their tenants. In the 15th century, the Eustace family of Baltinglass took over these lands, and they held them for about a century until Adam Loftus was granted this property by Queen Elizabeth I. Adam was Archbishop of Dublin and one of the founders of Trinity College Dublin. He was the person who actually built this castle, and we know that it was built around 1583 because we can date through dendrochronology. In the 18th century, the castle was heavily refurbished and the Georgian windows were inserted. But certainly even in the 16th century, though it did have a defensive purpose, it would have also been built for comfort. It's much larger than other examples of castles in the area like Dundrum Castle.